Hi everyone, I'm Dele Atanda, founder, CEO of metaKnyts Media. I'm here to share a little bit more about what's happening with our project, metaKnyts, and to give you some insights on some questions that seem to be propping up a lot of late around what is crypto media, what are crypto comics, and what is our media wallet. So I'm going to try and debunk a few of those things for you today and break some insights into them. So let's get at it. Let's start here. So first thing is metaKnyts is a new form of media. It's a crypto comic and a crypto media format, two things which we've innovated and created here. metaKnyts is actually built on the MetaMe operating system. And MetaMe is like an operating system for clean data. You can think of it like an app within an operating system. So it will be iOS and Android compatible, but it's like an OS within an OS effectively. It will build different apps that are basically compliant with our ethical data standards. But that's for another day. Let's dive into the details on metaKnyts specifically. So metaKnyts itself, we call a crypto media wallet, meaning that it will be able to store different kinds of crypto media assets. And the first example of these crypto media assets will be the metaKnyts comics themselves. When you get your metaKnyts wallet, you'll have different episodes that will be available to you, as well as different promotions for other related products and services that might be part of our ecosystem. And if we go to a specific metaKnyts comic, so you can see the pilot season that we've released, we are releasing for free. So in the first instance, we'll invite people to leave tips. You don't have to leave a tip at all, but if you want to, you'll then be taken straight to our media wallet. You can pay in US dollars or Ether or other cryptocurrencies that might be compatible. And that will be quite straightforward process in terms of buying or leaving a tip or buying access. And in the future, this same system will be used to enable people to buy specific comic series. Effectively, you'll be able to buy in a similar way that you'll be able to leave a tip. And it won't be by force, so you'll be able to skip that as well if you need to. Once you dive into an episode, you'll get some tips around how to navigate, and then effectively you'll be able to dive into the comic series and read it. Now, one of the first things that we're going to do, you'll probably have heard us talk a little bit about the importance of being able to own these assets. Well, like in the old world of traditional comics, we think that if you buy a comic, you should be able to lend it to a friend. So we're going to make it so that you can share it with up to 3 people, and in a simple way. This will all be done using blockchain technologies and private and public keys. So you can see here that I'm sending it as a crypto asset to a person. It will literally be as simple as that. But also you'll be able to share it on social media, like with Facebook and stuff, which will be more kind of about inviting people. And I'll show you the actual comics as assets in a second. But when we talk about comics as crypto assets, I think it's probably worth delving into this a little bit. So if you look at our wallet framework, you can see that we basically have 3 types of digital assets: currencies, items, and MPODs. MPODs is really about our data, so we'll come to that another time. But currencies, let's start with currencies. So currencies, we have US dollars, fiat currencies like US dollars, or cryptocurrencies like Ethereum or Stellar. But then when it comes to items, which is like digital collectibles, so CryptoKitties is a very famous blockchain-enabled game where you can own these in-game assets in the form of cats that can be bred. But similarly, we see metaKnyts episodes as these unique assets that you'll be able to own and share in the same way that I just showed you before, you know, as non-fungible assets with different people. And then finally, we'll get to data. So for example, you know, this is something separate that we're doing at the moment. But look, we'll get into that another time. But basically, the key thing is that we see 3 kinds of digital assets: currencies, digital collectibles, and data sets. And that's really a fundamental thing that the metaKnyts series is going to sort of help people understand and grow. But as I say, you can see here you're able to read the comics and collect them within your metaKnyts wallet and either share them. Eventually we'll create a way for you to actually be able to sell or trade these, you know, exchange them with people, like a kind of eBay for crypto assets effectively, but that will be coming down the road. But also one thing I wanted to show you, so that what I was just showing you is mostly design concepts, but this is actual real code. So the 2 pilot episodes of metaKnyts have been published. We're using the OIP, our partner platform, to actually publish this on the blockchain. And this is actually content that's coming directly from the blockchain into our wallet directly, that is yours as the owner. And so, you know, when we talk about sharing an episode, this is essentially what we're talking about, you know, a full episode where you'll be able to dive in with a bespoke reader. We're also going to be launching a new form of motion comic, which will give you some more updates and details around that as they come in the future as well. But you can see here, you know, you'll be able to pan and see different elements of the stories and zoom in. But this is all actually live code, live from the blockchain currently. You know, this is already a crypto asset, crypto media asset. So some people were asking questions about that, about how real is that? It's all very real and it's all working and functioning right now. And it will be coming to a desktop near you soon. So we're going to be doing a few more of these video series, just explaining some of the concepts around crypto media assets, crypto comics, and what does that mean. So stay tuned, stay with us, and watch as we transform the future of digital media and the future of digital collectibles. This is Dele. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Peace.